Hi, I'm Angela Druckman, an Agile coach and trainer with CollabNet, and welcome to our Agile Tips series. You know, I get a lot of project managers in my Certified Scrum Master course, and they always have the same question for me. What's my role in an Agile organization? They see the Scrum roles of Scrum Master and Product Owner and Scrum Team Member, and they say, wait a second, there's no role for a project manager in there. Do I even have a place in an Agile organization? Well, the answer to that is an emphatic yes. I think that most project managers have a skill set that transfers over very well to Scrum, but the key is understanding which skills do transfer over well and which ones you're going to have to adjust. For example, it's very common for former project managers to move into the Scrum Master role, and that works great on a number of fronts. Good project managers are often very comfortable with conflict management, and that is definitely something you'll be using in your Scrum Master job. But you need to also remember that good PMs often have strong, very directive personalities. You're used to being in charge, right? So when you become a Scrum Master, you have to become more of a facilitator, more of a coach. For some of us who came from the PM world, that can feel really different. So you have to watch that part of your personality and make sure that you kind of tamp it down a little bit. Another common transition for project managers is to move into that product owner role. That can work particularly well in the consulting world. For example, if you were a PM that was the client contact before, now you can become a product owner for that client as well. Works very well. It's sort of a driving role, so it's something that you can use that strong part of your personality in. But again, you have to remember that you don't manage your Scrum team. You work with them. You need to negotiate with them to decide things like how much you can commit to in every sprint. And finally, another thing to consider is simply staying in the project manager role. That actually does have a place in the Scrum organization. For example, if you're doing a very large Scrum project, one that might have 5, 6, or 7 Scrum teams, it can be really nice to have a project manager to help with that. Typically what you would be in charge of is what you're always in charge of as a PM. Things like budget, staffing allocations. It's really nice to have someone taking care of that so that the product owners and Scrum Masters can focus on the work that they need to do. But remember, if you stay in that role as a PM, you are a stakeholder. And what I mean by that is you want to relate to the teams in the right way. You want to have good Scrum behavior. If you can do that, you'll definitely be an asset to the teams, and they'll be very glad to have you there. For more information about the project manager's role in Scrum, you can visit www.collab.net/AgileTips for a link to my latest webinar series, 30 Days to Better Agile, and in it you'll find a specific webinar, Scrum for Project Managers.